68 years after Germans shot down the B-17 he was in, former U.S. Air Force Captain Don Nicholson climbed aboard a B-17 Flying Fortress for the first time since World War II.
I found out that being older is hard to get around in that thing.
The 90-year-old former navigator says the memories from his near-death experience came rushing back as soon as he set foot inside the bomber.
There was a tremendous explosion out with a No. 3 engine, and that would be that engine right there. I felt tingling in the back of my neck, and I reached back there and there was no blood, so feeling no blood, well, I really felt relief.
Relief, though, would be a long time coming.
I often looked down when I was flying before from 25,000 feet and wondering if I had the guts to jump out of an airplane at that altitude, or any altitude really. But when the time comes, you don't hesitate. There's no second thoughts about whether you're going or not. You're going.
Nicholson survived the plunge, only to end up a prisoner of war. He would eventually be rescued by the Russians. The Liberty Foundation that leases this plane tells me there's only a dozen Boeing B-17 bombers that actually fly around the world today. So Don Nicholson never expected to fly in one of these again, let alone with his wife.
I never thought she would.
Well, that's when I thought, when I said, well, yes, I'll go with you, I thought, well, I must have had a stroke.
Betty June married Don Nicholson as soon as he returned home from the war. But she says sitting at his side in the aircraft he spent all those terrifying moments in gave her even more insight into her husband's character and the sacrifices he and his crew made.
I've always been proud of him to think that he has been through all this and still is able to be so loyal and so proud of his country, and that he has tried to do and was happy to do whatever he had to do to keep this country safe.
The Nicholsons are also grateful to this man. Sean Knight with Boeing Flight Operations gave up his seat on the plane and offered up the ride to the veteran instead.
It's a lost generation that we're about to lose with all their knowledge and what they went through with World War II. It's an honor just to be able to give them a chance to ride in it again.
Knight's gesture allowed the Nicholsons to spend a half hour in the skies as the B-17 took off from Spirit Airport in Chesterfield, Missouri, and circled overhead before arriving at Boeing St. Louis. Perched up in his old navigator's spot, Captain Nicholson says he found himself lost in emotions that spanned a lifetime.
I think there are two of us of our crew that are still alive today. My taste has been satisfied today and probably won't go again.
It's the kind of memory that will stay with Don Nicholson for the rest of his life.